This podcast contains strong language and discussions about relationships, sex, and love. It may not be suitable for younger listeners. This is the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast, and I am Nixalina. Hi, it's Nixalina, and welcome back to this episode, which is a little bit sad, and serious. So I'm going to lower my happy intro tone. This episode is called This Is Why It Takes Victims Up to 7 times to Leave Their Abusers. If you think that's an exaggerated fact, you are incorrect. It is it's studied. It's been studied time and time again. And basically, coming off of an abusive relationship is the same withdrawal as coming off a drug. And it usually takes drug users up to 7 times for them to finally get clean for good and to let go of the drug. It's the same when you are a victim of a toxic, abusive relationship. Now, you might be thinking, fuck me, 7 times? Surely not. Why not after the 3rd time will you not learn your lesson? Why not after the 5th time? Like, some women and men, because it goes both ways, this is not gender specific, they can take up to 10 times. Like 7 is the average, right? So if you think that it's the average, some people can leave the first time, 2nd time, 10 times, 12 times. And I mean leave as in you break up, move out, block each other, whatever it is, and you get back together, they come back with the promises and come back with all this sweet ass love bombing times a billion. And this is what I want to talk about today. So firstly, should you be in an abusive relationship, and we all know, we know deep down we are. Should you be in an abusive relationship and you are blaming yourself for why you haven't left or why you left and went back, this episode is to tell you that you need to not take the blame in the way that you are. It's not helping, and it's actually not your fault. So with abusive partners, your brain becomes addicted to the highs and lows of which their personality disorder offers. All abusive partners, in my opinion, have a personality disorder. They can be various spectrums of that. It could be extreme or less extreme. They could just be, I don't know, they might have anger issues. But for me, having an anger issue is a personality issue, right? That's a disorder there. You've got to fucking figure it out. We all have emotions. We all have anger as one of our emotions. But if it dominates your life and you hurt your loved one or you physically hurt, like you have a disorder. Untreated, unhealed, needs therapy issue. So with this type of human who has an untreated personality issue, likely they might be controlling. I'm going off piece here, just stay with me. They might be controlling, they might be possessive, or they might be jealous. They might be nasty. They might try and influence you into getting rid of your support system. They might gaslight you. They might manipulate you. They might try and tell you you're crazy. They will tell you you're the problem. I do all of these things, or only a few of these things. But what this does to your brain is when you have these shitty, awful moments with them, it releases cortisol and I think oxytocin. Is that the bad hormone? And then when they're nice, because abusers aren't abusive all the time. In fact, usually 95% of the time, they're nice to you. When they're nice to you again, you want that back. You want that high. You want the dopamine. You don't want the stress hormone. You want the happy hormone. You want the serotonin boost. You want the physical connection. So your brain, living in this high and low space, is now addicted to this high and low space. Your brain gets that shitty, awful feeling when he pushes you by the neck, when he slaps you around the face, when he tells you you're ugly today, when he walks out and disappears and doesn't come home all night, when he kicks off and tells you you've been cheating on him, when he refuses to pick up the kids, whatever it is, right? You're stressed. You're anxious even. You're in a space of panic or sadness. You've internalized it. You believe him. And then switch changes overnight now because he's got all of his nastiness out on you. I say he, sorry, she as well. Replace he and she, interchangeable. And then once that's done, he's nice again. Oh, he's loving again. He's calm now. He wants to be around you. He wants to cuddle you. He wants to hold your hand. He wants to take you out for dinner, to apologize for raging at you. He wants to see you and the kids because the family is the most important thing to him. He wants to love you again. He wants to pick you up from the airport. You get all that gorgeous, happy, dopamine, serotonin love hit. And him in that mode is all you crave. And now you got it again. So you're going to do anything you can to get there. Oh, if I'm good enough, he'll be nice like that to me all the time. If I'm good enough, he'll be kinder to me. If I'm good enough, kind enough, loving enough, if I'm sexy enough, if I'm attractive enough, he'll be like this all the time. And then I won't get the abuse. And then I get that perfect man that I met at the beginning. And that's how they keep your brain stuck. And that's how they create an addiction. So when then it comes to any moment where you feel you have to leave or he leaves you, your brain is already addicted, chemically addicted to that person. And that is why it takes up to 7 times to leave. Because you can't fathom life without them. You're emotionally stuck to them. You're extremely dependent on them now. And yeah, you want the good. You want the good. So here I am telling you today, it is absolutely normal if you are in an abusive relationship that it takes you more than one time to leave. The main point is you keep trying. You will have people around you. Hopefully they support you, but there will be moments where they get fed up of it. They're like, I can't do this anymore. You keep doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. And yeah, you will get there in the end. You 100% will get there. But I want you to first grasp that you are addicted. Your brain is addicted. And that, I think, is something we really need to remember and understand, because that way you can help yourself as you churn through the feelings that you're going through. So, yeah, I feel like if you're a little bit lighter on yourself, if you understand, and please research this, like this isn't just me spitting bullshit, this is facts. If you are able to be kinder and lighter to yourself and go, hey, this is normal, because half the time when you keep going back to them and then they're shitty to you again, you blame yourself again. Why the fuck did I come back? Why do I deserve this? And then their abuse gets more insidious and deeper and deeper and deeper. Then it makes it harder to leave. Then you're more internalizing it. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just a spiral down of pain and misery. And so I'm telling you this because I want you to understand. And so if we're kinder to ourselves in understanding this whole process, what happens is it's easier for us to eventually get out. And that's why I want to make this very clear, because each time I leave my partners who have been, and everything I've said earlier under the sun to me, I've kind of gone back. And I haven't gone back in, I say we split up in April, I'm still sleeping with them in May. But then we're done. But that's I'm still going back, right? That's still a month and a half where we've been separated. And I've regurgitated to people what they put me through. And everyone is like, what the fuck? We had no idea that was going on behind closed doors. I still went back, didn't I? Because I still craved him. But I am so well versed in this now that the longer the older I get and the more relationships I have, it's easier. It's easier for me to step back and be like, okay, my brain is addicted. This is like coming off a drug. And it is like coming off a drug, which is why anyone who gives you expert advice on healing from, especially narcissists or any toxic relationship, it's no contact. And it's no contact because it's like going cold turkey, right? If I smoke 3 times a day, if I smoke once a day, smoking's still in me. If I stop smoking and I go, fuck this, and I just don't smoke, within like 28 days, it's going to be so much easier for me to stop full time than instead of me, say, smoking 3 times a day or once a day, in 28 days' time, I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm still smoking, and I'll still want to, oh yeah, I'll have one a day. Do you know what I mean? And it trickles on. So you text. Okay, well, I blocked him on here, but not here. Or, oh, well, I only called him once and I was drunk. Yeah, but you're still attached. So you got to stop and go no contact, cold turkey. See it as a drug. I need to go cold turkey on weaning myself off of this drug. And it's going to be hell. My girls and guys, it's fucking hell. Emotional, mental hell. But when you get past it, when you really see the wood through the trees, my God, it's amazing. It's amazing because you come out so much happier and brighter and lighter. And yeah, you can look back and go, okay, it took me 9 times. It took me fucking 9 times to leave him. But look, I left him. I had the bollocks to do it. And I redid my whole life on my own. And aren't I fucking awesome? And that's where I want you all to get. And I know when you're in the thick of it, you're like, Nix, I just can't ever get there. You can. Trust me, you absolutely fucking can. All right. I'm done with this. I hope it's helped. I'm sorry that sometimes I do have to do heavy topics. To be honest, I do heavy topics quite a lot. I try my best to swerve as much as I can to make it less heavy, but this is the really important shit, and I don't want to become that podcaster or that content creator that just deals with fluffiness all the time, and yeah, this is an amazing sex position. I'm so past that. I want you guys to be in a healthy, happy, loving relationship, and we have to work through this shit. Anyway, if you need me for anything at all, you want to talk about this in person, we can meet up for coffee. I do have side note, I do have many people in my DMs are waiting for my replies and are also waiting to meet up with me for coffee to talk. I'm well aware that you are in the back of my mind, and I'm so sorry, and life is currently hectic, and in a good way, good way. I've been filming TV shows, blah, 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 all that jazz, but I will get back to you, and I do want to be there for you, because especially if you're in this moment, you're in the thick of this, what we've discussed today, that's when you need someone the most. So let me be there for you, especially as I've lived through it more times than I care to mention. On that note, I will love you and leave you all, and I will happily see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Thanks for listening to the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast. Produced and hosted by me, Nixalina, and recorded in the Splicecast Studios in Singapore. I'm available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all major podcast listening apps. Do subscribe to enjoy a new episode every Monday evening. Please do give me a 5-star review. It helps other people also find my podcast. For more content and features to read, you can check out my website, nixalina.com. That's nixalina.com. I'm also on social media. Simply search at Nixalina, Nixalina, to find me. Don't be shy. Come say hi.